Hi everyone, I'm live. Fingers crossed. Oh, she's heard my voice. It must be my voice. She's curled up over there, so I hope she'll stay there and be a good girl. Yeah, she's still looking good. So I'm just going to check we're live in the group. So yeah, sorry it was a little disruptive yesterday, but yeah, it was funny. And I've got the best bloopers ever. Yes, I'm live. Okay. So today is all about the manifestor type and aura. And I've got some beautiful tapping. They've all been beautiful, but this is going to be really nice. And I'm aware that I match the settee as well. So manifestors are amazing. And they, again, quite often don't know they're amazing. So they're 9% of the population from what we see. All these stats are taken from a genetic matrix, obviously, who do all the human design, and this is like the statistics that are coming through. So manifestors are the innovators of the world. They're here to ignite us and get people into action. They're here to make an impact. And just saying that, I wonder what that makes you think. As a manifestor, do you think, no, I'm not? Or do you think, yes, I am, and that's okay? Or do you think, oh, people are making an impact? What have you got any judgments about people who make an impact, who are here to make an impact? If I say I'm here to make an impact, I am. I'm not a manifestor. But if I do, does it trigger you? Do you think, who are you? Why are you different? Just look at the language, because it's really, really powerful. So we've looked at the auras of generators, open and warm. That was a nice aura. Open and warm. Projectors are quite not repelling. They're quite guarded. They see and they project into people. And manifestors are a closed, dense aura. And this is basically the aura pushes their energy out into the world to make this impact. And it also pushes other people out of the way. So this is people who are trying to stop. And this isn't like they go around going, get away, get away. They've got things to do. So this pushing away is actually from the manifestor. But what it is, it's saying to the people around them, I'm doing this. Don't get in my way. I've got things to do. So people feel this strong energy and they can't always take it. I love manifestors. I really love manifestors, but they trigger a lot of people. If you're not aligned, if you're not ready to heal, then a manifestor energy is aligned, who's doing their thing in the world, is going to feel quite strong for you, because they're powerful. And so they are called intimidating. It's not nice to be called intimidating. I've been called intimidating enough before, and a force. And why I was called intimidating was because I'm in my power and I'm in my passion. And that's very out of sorts with the rest of the population. So a manifest who's got this powerful energy anyway, aligned and doing what they're doing, is a force. It's amazing to watch. They just get these creative urges and then they go, and then they'll crash. You won't see them for a long time, then they'll go, but we'll talk about that. So they're fast moving and often secretive. So manifesting generators, this is worth watching while you're here, because you've got some of this in you. So they're very fast moving, often secretive, because they used to be told, they used to be trying to be squeezed in a box. Think if you're here to innovate and make an impact, that's not going to be what everyone in daily life is doing. Again, like the projectors, it's something different. All energy types bring something different to the world with our uniqueness, but they're here to really innovate and see things and go and do. So how projectors go and see everything, manifestors get these creative urges and downloads. So it's like, boom, boom, need to do that, go. And then what they'll do is they'll focus and they'll get lots of work done, and then they'll crash. And then they'll go, boom. And it's very cyclical, as projectors' energy is a bit more daily. Manifestors really have this beautiful flow of energy in them. So from being young, they used to be squeezed in a box and told no. And it carries on into adult life. And there's a lot of deconditioning to do with manifestor types, I've found. They are very independent and work best alone. So something for man-gens and manifestors as well. and I know this is true for me, when we're in the flow state, when we're doing the work, we do not like being disrupted. Like, we've got to keep the focus and go. So the wait to inform that I talked about in Mangens is very, very applicable to manifestors. And what that means is this: tell people what's around you. You need to do that. You need to say, I'm doing this. I need 2 hours. This is really important to me. Can you leave me alone, please? Can you give me the space to do this? Super, super important. We'll go more into the inform again in a moment. And what's triggering for people that don't need anyone? They're good. Obviously need support and friends and love and all that things, but they can just do. They can do what they're here to do. And they're not meant to please other people. So again, this will have been reflected back to them. So manifestors tend to have to decondition from people pleasing, playing small to people please to keep the status quo, to keep everybody happy, and to keep themselves a bit stagnated so that they can't shine and they're not going to trigger people. Very, very deep, actually. But yeah, it's really, really powerful. So if someone is holding them back, they can feel anger. Anger is out of self-alignment. And yeah, they can just make things happen. So anger and peace. Anger is the outer self, not self-alignment, and peace is the aligned self. And when the idea of informing is that you get the peace to do what you want to do what you're here to do. And at the end of the day, they just want peace. They want that peaceful feeling that of getting that creative urge, doing and relaxing again. I'm just going to check I'm in there because I hope my internet's all right. Looks a bit low on there. Yeah, still there. Good. Just worth checking. So they move fast, and I've got a friend who she'll call me up and say, Karen, got this, need to do this. And I'm like, not yet, I'm a generator. Like, I need to wait. Whereas manifestors are like boom, 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 boom. And not everyone works that way. Even an aligned generator, like, we've got to wait for the right time. So her ideas and what she said to me, very much there. But it's like my cycle's got to go now, and then I go. So it's really interesting because we both do human design to really like see that work between us. So, but as a manifestor, you'll know that you'll feel like, come on, everyone. And even with my energy type, the way that I work, I'm like, I feel like this, like, what's everyone waiting for? Why aren't you doing it? But it's because of all the intricacies in my chart. So yeah, they're very, very independent. So they don't have that sacral center defined. So they don't have this consistent access to energy, which means that they need to know when they need to stop and when they need to rest. So it's that deconditioning again. It's really tapping into the body. But manifestors can go like all day and all night for a while, and then they'll have to stop. It depends where their energy is, what the creative urge is, and what they're going to do. So I'll do the strategy. I have done it with Mangens, and it might be worth looking at that because I say something different every time. Human design is such an in-depth, flexible topic, actually, that something always pops up or another aha. So it's always worth watching all of my things. And sometimes I'll go back and watch and I'm like, oh, that's good. I can't remember saying that because I channel. I just kind of let things flow with some bullet points. So the strategy to inform, like Mangens, was to wait and respond and inform. Manifestors is just to inform. So this means you only need to tell the people who will be impacted by your decisions and actions before taking action. So creative urge or a download, whatever you want to say, inform, go. This is never, ever, ever to ask for permission. Never, ever. You don't need permission. You've got to shine. It's to make it more peaceful, make it more easeful, the path of least resistance. So you say to people with the essence of like, I'm going to do this. I really need your help. I need some time, or kids babysitting, whatever it is like that. Or I just want to tell you I'm excited. And hopefully people give you the space. If they create resistance, you can be like, nope. And you can nip that resistance in the bud because you need peace and you need time to focus. So it really is freeing yourself from this resistance that can be created. And what happens with manifestors, because they were told no a lot in the past, are secretive, and that actually goes against their need to inform. Like when you inform people, your energy flows. my son isn't he's a projector, but he acts like a manifestor actually in some ways. I see some traits, and it'll be a channel or gate in his design somewhere, but he'll tell me before he does anything. And that's really sweet, actually. It's really nice to receive it, but also it's really helpful. I know where he is, I know what he's doing. So it could be that in the household, I'm going to the toilet. In the household, I'm going to eat. In the household, I'm going to my room. I'm going to, I won't say wake up, it's that kind of thing. So get used to, if you're a manifestor, get used to saying it. So you're used to letting this energy flow out. It's really going to help your energetic flow. And then, for example, if you do have an online business or on-person business and you're on social media, tell people. So I told you about my showing my passion for human design before I was doing readings a few years ago. Manifestors, share it. I'm doing a course. It's so exciting. I can't wait to ignite you with it. That kind of energy. Do the stories, involve people, show them the back process that you do, inform people. It's going to magnetize people to you. And also it won't be so confusing because you'll have it'll come out of nowhere, boom. And then you're often like, people are like, what are they doing? Where are they now? I thought they were doing this and now they're doing that. And people get confused because you work so quickly. So really have a play with that. And it will just help maintain harmony as well. So you do need support in the terms of creating that least resistance. So I'll go through I've been very good and well behaved today, going through my notes. So normally I go off way too much. So your not self theme is anger. So this is a sign, again, the not self theme, that something's out of alignment. And if you're on live, if you have any questions, the orbs are around today, please let me know. Type in Facebook and I will come to them at the end because I love questions. So this is a sign that something needs to change. And I love the feeling of anger. Didn't used to. We're taught to suppress our anger. So manifestors have even more trouble because when they're out of self-alignment, it's anger. Anger, before I knew about human design, in yogic terms, I always taught that we need to feel our emotions. All emotions are valid, and anger is an emotion that something's out of alignment. So it could be your boundaries need, even if you're not a manifestor and you feel angry, your boundaries are being challenged. You're not getting enough space or time for what you need. Someone isn't listening to you, don't feel respected. It could be something that really, really needs looking at. So I think, God, I'm so angry. I feel anger now. Why? What's triggered that anger? And have a look at it. So if it gets repressed, so if you don't honor it, then it becomes stagnant emotion that can cause feelings of hopelessness and low mood or depression. So this is why I love human design. With my background, I teach yoga and I specialize in yin yoga, and then I specialize in Put It, which works with the meridians, the flow of energy in the body. And then I work with aroma point, which is a bit of what I'm teaching here. And aroma point helps the flow of energy in the body. So I'm very, very into, with everything I do, free flow of energy so that you can not just feel well and be vital. You've got the energy to go next level, to keep moving into your future self. So when we suppress the energy and get stagnation, it's not good for our body, for our business, for anyone around us. She's on the move. So yeah, theme of anger is really important to recognize. And when you're in alignment, you'll feel peace. I can feel trouble brewing. You've got peace. So that's an inner calm and stillness. I mean, how good is peace? And that becomes when you get an urge, create the path of least resistance, do it, and then it's there in the world. You're like, oh, done it. So beautiful. So you can keep dreaming and you can keep doing and bringing into this world. So, so beautiful. So that is that's mainly most of the manifest things. So far, so good. So the challenges of the manifestor are conditioned to operate like a generator. So you keep hustling without rest. And again, like projectors, that can lead to burnout. So you work in pulses. The urge that you get will give you the energy to drive yourself. And then when it's gone, you're gone. So manifestors are pretty much a bit more like mangens. You sprint and then you burn out. So a man could probably get up the next morning, sprint. You'll be like, I can't be sprinting for like 2 weeks. It's just how it works. But when you're not sprinting, you'll be doing other things, self-care, running what you've already created. So it's never that you're not doing anything. It's that you're not bringing this creative urge, this download into life. You're not birthing it into life. So also out of self alignment can be when you were taught to play small, which I've already mentioned, and people please and not own your own power. I know for me, most of my life, I haven't owned my own power. And so it's like you've got this beautiful essence that needs to be brought into the world, your beautiful uniqueness, and you're playing small and you're not using it. Your soul's not happy. Sorry, I just need it. Your soul's not in alignment with your body, with your purpose of being here, with your Dharma. Oh, I just need to tell you, I've got a 3-day Dharma challenge like this experience in on the 22nd of March. I'll give you details about that. So yeah, you can play small and also be secretive. So it's really important that you inform to get past this. It's super, super important. And like projectors, manifestors need to wind down for bed. So really, really wind down for bed. So that's manifestors. They're so needed, but they can get triggered when they hear that they have or you have a repelling aura. Like everything I've spoke to you about so far, it's really to protect you, to give you the path of least resistance. You don't want people being attracted to you who are not on your vibe, who are going to be like create stickiness and doubt in your head and want you to play small. You need people on your team. You need support. You need ease and grace. And yeah, quite often want to people please all. I always think if we're having to people please, it's not an aligned relationship anyway. Oh, some goodness coming through on this. So the oil that I recommend that I downloaded, it's all been a blur. She's been a very good girl today, but she so if you haven't been watching the Facebook Lives and stuff, we've got a new rescue dog, a really beautiful rescue dog that we're fostering to see how it goes. And she really interrupted me yesterday. She hasn't been playing with toys at all because obviously she's still in the decompression phase. And yesterday, the moment I pressed live, every squeaky toy and ball came out. It was nice to see her play, but it was yesterday was a really tough day. I think she was pushing the boundaries, so I didn't get anything done and my head's fried. So I don't know when I channeled this, but it's good. So Clary Calm is the oil of Clary Sage is the oil of true sight. If you've got Clary Calm, it's a blend, doTERRA blend. I wouldn't use it. I like the purity of the oils, apart from balanced oil that's got everything you need in it. But Clary Sage is amazing, and it's the oil of true sight, of clear sight, and this is the brow center. This is where we see truly and clearly with our intuition and not our ego. So what you would do is smell it, and then you'd place your fingertip there with some nice music for 1 to 3 minutes. And you just breathe, and you could say something like, I allow myself to see clearly, I connect to my intuition, something like that. But that's going to move the energy of you doubting your intuition. And the reason this came through for manifestors is that you get creative downloads from the universe, like here, boom. So if it comes in and then you're like, no, I'm doubting that, that's not true, it needs to be this, your clear sight isn't being used. Your brains, your thoughts are being used. So it's really good to get you into that space. And I do this regularly actually for manifestors. It's also very, very calming. And so the places it's good for is everywhere really, but here and also over the womb space. Very, very healing for women's problems, hormones, very balancing for the hormones, very good for periods and cramps and things like that. But the womb space is one of the seats of intuition. It's where creative urges can actually come from as well. It's called the void, the darkness. It's where things come up from, like think in the middle of the earth, or the life force coming up to be birthed, and then we birth physically women out of the womb space. Men have womb spaces too. It's a space of creativity. So yeah, there's not much more to say about that because it's quite simple. As Roman Camel, there was a lot to say about that yesterday. So yeah, Clary Sage, I keep saying Clary Calm. Clary Sage is a really powerful oil for this. Let's tap. If you can, I hope you can't hear music. If you can hear music in the background, she loves my, I've got a beautiful shamanic style, affirmation style, calming playlist, and she loves it. So it's on in the background over there, but she's being good. So we're going into the tapping. And again, I'll strip this out so that you can have it separately to come back to. And it's all in the emails. So sit tall, soften the shoulders, maybe move the head so it's central. Slow the breath, close the eyes. Deep breath out. And then you're going to start tapping the side of your hand. Even though I often push myself, I completely and deeply love and accept myself. Even though I often push myself, I completely and deeply love and accept myself. Even though I don't honor my natural urges. Cycles of work and rest, I completely and deeply love and accept myself. Even though I have been conditioned to play small, I completely and deeply love and accept myself. Top of the head. I ignore when I need to rest. I play small. I worry that I won't be liked by everybody. Keep breathing while you tap in. Even though I often people please and ignore my creative urges, I can be secretive, collarbone, and go against my natural need to inform under the armpit so that I can have peace and least resistance. I ignore when I need to rest. I play small because I'm worried that I won't be liked and scared of being seen. I people please. When I people please, I ignore my creative urges. And I can be secretive. But people need to know what I'm doing for their benefit and my own energy. So I'm ready to step into my power. I'm ready to fearlessly tell people what I'm doing because I trust myself. And I trust my creative urges. I trust myself. And I trust my creative urges. I let go of people pleasing. Take a deep breath in. A deep breath out. I let go of playing small. I'm stepping into my power each little more every day. I'm ready to shine. I'm ready to be seen. I'm ready to inform. I'm ready to have strong boundaries. I'm ready to let people know what I'm doing with no fear and no people pleasing. I'm ready to step into my power. Right, just do that on the head. Then close the eyes and let the breath settle. Just see how that feels, and maybe you want to make some notes if you're a manifestor of what came up. I love all energy types. I think it really helps us have deep compassion for each other and understand each other more and see how we're all so different as types, but also as people, because when you look at your human design, you're not just your energy type. That's the first layer. There's so much depth and intricacy to the chart. So tomorrow is Reflector. It's Friday. I can't believe it. Tomorrow is Reflectors, who are like 1% of the population. And I've got a guided meditation, some bonuses for you if you would like to get a reading. And I will tell you about my 3-day Dharma experience. That's for the 22nd. Over on Instagram, I've started informing. I started letting people know about it. There'll be some emails coming out as well. So keep your eye out for that. It's all free. It's my gift. It's to inform, really, I suppose. is to inform and share my passion with you for a new program coming out at the end of March, or is it beginning of April? In April, I think it is actually, and it's about living your unique purpose and dharma, your soul's purpose. So I've realized that's what I'm here for. I'm here to help people into their purpose with calm nervous system and power, and get through the mindset beliefs. And it's makes my circle go. So I hope you enjoy this snowy day, which is here. And I'm so blessed that Minnie was quiet and well behaved. She's starting to settle in, I think. So I'll see you tomorrow for day 4. Oh no, I need to check if you've got any questions. Everyone's very quiet. I know most people, because of the time, are watching on catch up, which is lovely. So yeah, if you have any questions, always ask me. Always ask me. All right. So I will put these in the email. I have made a few mistakes this week because it has been chaos, but I'm hoping for a calmer day today. And I had cleared my diary anyway, because I know that rescue dogs just need help. That you can't just expect them to fit in and go, yeah, I'll just be here myself. I'll do whatever you want me to do. So yeah, it's been a beautiful week, and it's been nice to share it all with you. Actually, like the bloopers from yesterday on Instagram are hilarious, and I'm so glad we had that moment together. Those of you who watched live. All right, sending love. Take care, and let me know if you have any questions. All right, take care, and bye.